funny.
Well, sometimes on the beach, some of the dogs are got more brains than their owners.
When you talk to people about what's really important to them, you know, they use words like community and connections and real, you know, real people. And this is why everyone at Country to Coast has come together. It's to provide those real connections.
You want to see the ones of me?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I look a bit far away there, a bit stunned. Jeff looks a bit like a stunned mullet.
When he wasn't grey. But this is just our wedding.
Jeff was one of our first clients for Country to Coast. I started transporting him into the Epworth.
And what do blokes talk to when they're driving in and out to Geelong three times a week, apart from the football and the weather and what have you? And Jeff was just so passionate about his bowls. He'd drive you silly about bowls. I used to play 3-4 times a week. Jeff used to bowl every day. Kurt started to get a little bit interested. Jeff persuaded him to come down and took him for a bit of a roll. Jeff was sort of his mentor, I suppose, on the bowling green.
You know, it's incredibly important to people as they age. They want to know the person coming into their home and build up a relationship. And at the end of the day, I always think, well, we really are just the sum of our relationships.
So there we are getting ready. And Jeff's sense of humour was, I never had a grey hair until I met you, Kay.
It was just such a nice relationship. It was more like our second son, if you know what I mean. His birthday, but
You know, there have been so many studies on people's sense of community and belonging and the hope that they derive from that.
But we still belong to the bowling club here because we were very involved in.
And if that's eroded, you know, that feeling that you're not part of a community, you know, all of a sudden health rates plummet, death rates rise, things like that. There are so many benefits to people of coming together and feeling connected.
I was known as Pete the Pruner. When I was at Winch, I used to prune over 1,000 roses and 500 fruit trees as part of my income. So, what do I like about gardening? A bit more deadheading. It keeps me active. With the Parkinson's, I could sit inside and feel sorry for myself, but when I look out in the garden and think, ooh, there's a weed, it gives me that impetus to get outside. I've got to be careful that I don't let the sweet peas smother the roses. Coming from 900 acres, I just needed something of my old former life. I sold at the Torquay Farmers Market with my fruit for 7 years. It was fun. It was fun meeting the other stallholders. It was fun meeting people. You have to talk to your plants every day. So I just come out and say, good morning, Jubilee 150. Good morning, Cardinal. Good morning, Elena. Good morning. And I've forgotten his name.
The garden's remarkable. You know, it's quite incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
I get a tour every time I visit, so that's good. I look forward to that.
Because she's got 20 minutes to spend with us and Pete chats for half an hour. This is the lovely young woman that deals with all our problems. This is a peach tree.
When I'm talking with our staff, I always sort of say, what we're dealing with here, it's really the pointy end of people's lives. And it's our job to sort of soften off some of those sharp edges and make it a better journey.
Pete, you said that one of your friends is putting you forward for Gardening Australia.
Knowing some of our clients, you know, we've had them for around 7 years now. So you develop these incredible personal relationships with people.
As I said, much as I've found out is that someone will come and assess the situation.
And sometimes when something goes really wrong in their lives, they will call me directly just to have a chat. That's the reward. And that's why we continue in what is an incredibly challenging sector to work in. I think that what we offer people is amazing in this country, but I think if we're going to rework this entire system, we need to get it right.
It's a great help to have a raised bed.
Particularly when we have a very successful business model that we have created, and we're concerned about the erosion of that, that the person will be removed. And that is what is so important to people. Community, connections, real people.
Helen was saying, it's just having someone that knows you, that cares about you. You know, you have to put up with my nuances if that's...
Not at all. Happy to help.
Yes.
We've had a lot of highs and lows during this medical journey, and they made it so much easier, understanding, compassionate, could see when I wasn't coping too well and step in and help me along the way too. It just was such a personal relationship that I don't think anybody else could have provided. So there we are, getting ready to get our eldest one off getting married. So yeah, the church in Coburg. And then we went to, trying to think of the name of the place now, for the reception was in Melbourne on the banks of the Yarra.